So you can edit out Free Palestine, but you can't edit out nigga bitch? Okay.
Oh, I'd say I'm reasonable.
Okay, that's completely unreasonable.
I'm reasonable.
I'm unreasonable.
You have no idea just how reasonable I have been.
Reasonable synonyms are sensible, rational, practical, fair, appropriate.
Fitting, suitable, logical.
All things I would definitely say describe me.
Do they describe you?
Welcome to I'm Reasonable with Zainab Johnson.
I'm reasonable.
Hey, welcome to another episode of I'm Reasonable with Zainab Johnson. I am Zainab Johnson. Happy Black History Month. Is it? Of course it is, you guys. Of course it is. No matter what happens, no matter what happens, you can't let people steal your joy, your pride, your grace, your crown. You can't let it happen. Yeah, I'm drinking. The way y'all be trying to tell me what to do, you got to understand, a lot of times, you tell people what to do, that's just going to make them not do it more. Somebody was like, you could just Google. Ramadan Mubarak. I made sure the sun was good and down. I made sure that I was fed and hydrated before taping this episode because I didn't really know how it was going to go, but I knew I needed energy. I am officially old, you guys. No. I haven't had a birthday, although my birthday is coming up in another month. But I'm officially. I'm officially. I don't know if I'm officially old or if I'm officially an adult. I try my very best to pronounce adult a specific way, but that ain't really how I pronounce it. I would just say adult. Adele. This lady came up to me at my Chicago show. You know who you are. She came up to me, beautiful, tall, slightly older black woman. Came up to me after the show and was like, I just love when your accent come out. When your accent come out, I just love it. And I was like, dang, I guess I do try to focus when I'm speaking on not hiding my accent so much, but just sort of like, depending on where everybody is watching from, just making sure that I'm understood when I'm speaking. You get what I'm saying? Like, what's the point in talking? What's the point in conversing if people don't understand what you're saying? Right? And so if I was just talking to my friends, I would be like, yeah, because I'm an adult now. I would say adult. But speaking publicly, I'm like, I'm an adult. Ew. But the reason why I'm an adult is because I call myself praying. I made food before. This is one of those rare occasions where I had a very productive day, but it was my first day home, you know what I'm saying? Like a full day at home. And I had time to like go grocery shopping. And I wasn't like trying to figure out after the sun went down, oh no, okay, I had my water, I had my dates, what am I going to eat? No. I was cooking before, and the whole process of me cooking, I was like, every single thing, even when I was like rinsing my cherries off, I was like, am I going to make a mistake and eat my cherries? Although I know that like if you taste something by accident while you're cooking, I know that that's technically not breaking your fast, but I never do. I always be so scared to do that, and it never happens. Anyway, I call myself, after praying, I call myself sitting down, and I'm like, you know what? I've been thinking about work all day. I've been doing all of these different tasks that have to do with, my professional life. I'm going to sit and I'm going to turn on an episode because the new season of Paradise started. I'm like, I'm going to turn on, a Hulu, and I'm going to watch one episode of Paradise because my little sister texted me and was like, yo, because me and my sister, we be watching shows together. As much as we don't be sitting together, we be texting while the show is on. You get what I'm saying? And so one of our shows last year or the year before that we was really loving to watch together was Hijack with Idris Elba, which is an Apple TV show. It's one of them shows where when you done with the last episode in the first season, you like, and that's it. But because the show was good and because we always like seeing Idris Elba, they like, you know what? Let's make a season 2. And as an actor, I understand. Let's make a season 2. You want to know why? Because I want more money. So I get it. A season 2, a season 3, a season 4, a season 5, it just means that you're employed. It don't mean you love the show. It don't even mean the show is good. It just means you are employed. So I get why they do it. But Hijack season 2, I'm having a hard, if it were not for like my interest in Idris, and I don't mean my interest in a pervy way. I mean, like, I really do think Idris is like a really great actor. Like, I really like watching his choices. I like watching his I particularly, not that he has to do it a lot now, but I particularly like Idris when he's speaking in his accent and when he's doing shows that are not American shows. I really like. Now, this show, I don't think it's one of those shows, but to be honest with you, Idris Luther is the best thing ever, in my opinion. It's like the best thing ever. Anyway, I'm way off topic. Okay, which was the name of my friend Yamanika's show. She had it on Sirius Radio, I think part of the LOL network. It's no longer on, but that was her radio show that I really enjoy. Off Topic with Yamanika Saunders. Anywho, another one of those shows that my sister and I had us in a chokehold. I think it was the only show that really I loved forever, which is Mara Brock-Akil's Judy Blume adaptation, right? Love that show. Had me in the chokehold too. But Paradise, I was like, I want to be on this show. Although, maybe he'll see this one day and I say it respectfully. The way I be rooting for Sterling K. Brown, the way I love seeing Sterling K. Brown on screen, the way he be acting down, but my 2 in-person encounters, I don't want to down the brother, but let me just say, I'm a reserve the first one. I'm a reserve the first one because it'll really make them. It won't make them look good. I'm gonna reserve the first one. The second one, I actually went to a Paradise event. It was maybe last year when they were doing all of their campaigning for the Emmys. They were trying to get nominated for awards. And so they have all of these events, in LA and New York where they're, creating buzz around the show. And because it was one of my favorite new shows, I called my friend. I was like, yo, let's go. Right. And overall, it was a really nice and fun event. You know what I'm saying? And I got to really express my enjoyment for certain people's work and stuff like that. I got to see people that I knew. I got to see, whatever. Why Sterling K. Brown had the Fruit of Islam? And here's the thing. I'm not against the Fruit of Islam, and I'm not against the Fruit of Islam being hired to do what they do, which is secure the subject, secure the environment, act as security. It was a tiny industry, you guys. I'm talking about not more than 40, 50 people at most in a room. Every single person is someone of note. And he's standing over there with the Fruit of Islam. If you don't know what the Fruit of Islam, that is security. That's part of the Nation of Islam, which is the black nationalist group, the Muslim black nationalist Muslim group, however you want to say it. Founded by Elijah Muhammad. And now it's run by Minister Louis Farrakhan, right? And And the fruit of Islam is like the security. The fruit of Islam is like the train. Remember in Malcolm X movie when you saw Malcolm X put his fingers up and go like that, and all them brothers turned, and it was like an army. Fruit of Islam. He had the fruit of Islam standing around him like something like. I'm such a fan of the brother. I'm such a fan of Sterling K. Brown. I'm such a fan of his work. His wife be making TikToks. She always got something to say on TikTok. I don't even mind her. That sounded shady. I didn't mean for it to sound shady at all. She's done acting work, but not enough. You know what I'm saying? It's like she be having a lot to say on TikTok. She want to know, and I can appreciate that. That's what I mean. She's one of those, not only is she an actor, but she's also married to like an actor who like after a very long time of like obscurity, then had got this big role, right? The first one was in The People versus OJ, right? And then obviously This Is Us, and he hasn't stopped, and it's wonderful, you know, but she speaks out on all different types of issues, and she talks about all of this stuff that a lot of people who are maybe married to somebody in the spotlight like that, also she's a working actor, you know, in the spotlight too, might not be so willing to speak publicly on. So that's what I mean when I say she be talking a lot. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? She just take a long time to get her point across. But who am I? The pot calling the kettle? Anyway, I say this with respect. Truly, I believe that Sterling K. Brown could go shopping at the Whole Foods and be fine, as successful as he is, especially in Los Angeles, California. I do believe that at the Whole Foods, people will say, oh my God, man, can I get a picture with you? I do believe that people will be like, oh, well, I like your. I do believe people will be like, man, you look like that actor. Do I believe he will get bum rushed? Do I believe that people will be pulling his clothes off? Do I believe that we'll see a bunch of pictures surfacing? Do I believe that it'll be paparazzi out there? No. And that's no shade to him. He is worthy. He is worthy of people seeing him and fainting. He's worthy of that. His work is worthy of that. But I don't believe that would happen. Ask yourself, if you was in the store with Sterling K. Brown, what would you do? Would you be like, oh my God, I don't know what to do? Or would you be like, man, I really great job, keep it up. Can I get a picture? That's probably the most you're gonna do is can I get a picture? And keep in mind, LA is very white. Very white. When I'm in a Whole Foods, sometimes, depending on what Whole Foods I'm in, it's very few of us. And that's Whole Foods. That ain't even Erewhon. So him having the fruit of Islam standing around him like, brother. But also, you know what? Let me not tell you how to secure your body or spend your money. Whatever. I sit down thinking that I'm going to watch y'all like, girl, what are you talking about? I sit down thinking I'm going to watch an episode of Paradise. And I turn on the TV and the State of the Union is on. It was actually just getting started. And oh my God, you guys, I watched that instead. I mean, I ain't finished watching it because it's still on. It's probably going to be on until like Saturday because he's never going to shut up. And he's not going to stop talking until the Democrats stand up for him. And they're not going to stand up for him. But he's so egotistical and he's so petty and he's such a small... He's such a small man that it really bugs him. It don't matter how many times the Republicans stand up, knowing damn well 90% of them just had knee surgery. It don't matter how many times they stand up for the ridiculous things that he says. He wants the Democrats to stand up. He is like, we comedians, we have to tell ourselves that all the time. I have to tell myself that all the time. When everybody in the room is laughing, do not stop and try to get the attention of the one person that ain't laughing. Ignore their asses. They are a non-factor. Who cares why they not laughing? They might love you. They just don't know how to laugh. Their teeth might be messed up. They might have had a hard day. Who knows what they thinking? Do not give them any attention. Just float and keep telling your jokes to the 99.9% of everybody in the room that's showing all of their teeth because they laughing so hard at you. But no, he's an idiot. So anyway, I watched that instead, y'all. I'm an adult. Oh my God, I care. I care. I know you don't care too much, but I still care. I got an email today. Somebody said my voice is sounding dry. Somebody said, I have to tell you, your voice has been sounding dry. Yo, it's the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end. Give me my readers. Give me my orthopedic shoes. Give me my senior citizen coffee at the McDonald's. I care. I care. It was like, why am I singing Beyonce? I know you don't. It's like as much as the words I care are in there, the song doesn't work. It does not work for what I'm saying. I know you don't care too much, but I still care. Why wasn't there somebody with Tourette's at the State of the Union? Why wasn't there somebody at the State of the Union yelling out nigga bitch? Yeah, I'm going to leave it in just like the BBC did. J.D. Vance was behind Donald Trump. And if you watch the State of the Union, I'll be trying really not to look at J.D. Vance like that, because it actually, like, I think it should be studied that J.D. Vance is only 40 years old and he looks like that. Like, J.D. Vance almost looked like an evil Muppet, but also... And I said that online, and people white people got mad at me like he does look his age. He looks exactly his age. I'm like, I don't think you know what 40 looks like. 40, if you do it right, actually looks like 31. 40 don't look like 40. When 40 look like 40, that's not a good thing. I mean, it's fine. But when 40 look like 51, that's definitely not a good thing. But I ain't shaming. I ain't know. What do you call? It's not an ageist. I'm basically saying when somebody look bad. Anyway, if you notice J.D. Vance, I just noticed this for the first time. His eyes actually slope down, really down. I'm talking about 45 degrees. I'm talking about down, y'all. Deep slope, big decline. But then his eyebrows arch up, opposite way, y'all. 12 on a treadmill. I'm like, his own face is in opposition of itself. This is... The Representative Al Green, because, for the State of the Union, the Democrats don't be showing up like that. Like, it still be looking like it's a full house, but if you really pay attention, it'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like about 40 to 50% of Democrats who would normally show up for maybe like either a Democratic president or even a Republican president who is just a better president. It's like the numbers are down. They don't be showing up. But Representative Al Green, he be showing up. He always be showing up, and he always be getting kicked out. And I actually love that for him. Today he got kicked out. He had a sign as soon as Trump walked in. He positioned himself. I don't know if they got assigned seats at the State of the Union, but if they do, then Representative Al Green, he got a good seat. But if they don't, he be positioning himself. He know when he gonna be on camera. He had a sign today that said "Black people are not apes," and he held it up right there on the camera. The camera cord. It's like I was like, the cameraman must be bipartisan. The cameraman must be bipartisan because he made sure not only did he get the sign zoomed in, clear focus. The reason why I'm telling y'all that is because when you could like shift focus, Trump was still in the frame. He's the president. He's addressing the state of the he's addressing, you know what I'm saying, right? He's addressing y'all get what I'm saying. So the focus should have been on him. The cameraman said, I have to focus. I have to make sure that this sign is in 4K. He got kicked out, but that's okay. Representative Al Green, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. He walked by I think it was like 4 people from the Supreme Court there. It don't matter. I was only even paying attention to this part because I know that they had just voted against him, right? And Amy Comey Barrett, I think that's her name, who he appointed to the Supreme Court, she voted against him, and good for her. Good for her. I actually thought about it. Not that you know what I'm saying. Not that I'm like, go, come on, girl. What do black people say? You could come to the cookout. No. It's like, I don't care what you do. Why do we be inviting people to cookouts? I know it's just like a colloquial, but even sometimes you don't want your own people there, let alone other people, right? Anyway, colloquially, I'm not saying she could come to the cookout, but good for you, because I actually thought about it. Once you on a Supreme Court, it's a lifetime appointment. It's a lifetime appointment. So whoever appoints you there, it don't matter. You could do what you want once you get there. You really don't have to be beholden to anybody, any president. I mean, sure, I guess worst case scenario, they could threaten your life. But I mean, not that that's not serious, but you ain't really got to do nothing. It's not like it's an elected position. It's not like you got to try to reinstate yourself every couple of years. No, you there. Once you there, you there. So you could do what you want. It's your house. Funniest thing when he said, and the First Lady Melania, a movie star. Can you believe it? A movie star. They zoomed in. The cameraman must be, if the cameraman ain't bipartisan, the cameraman is definitely not MAGA. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when Trump said that his wife, Melania Trump, was now a movie star and everybody knows it was nothing but a flop. Also, you don't become a movie star from a documentary. Now Melania was nervous because she know the camera got to be on her, and she know that movie made all of $72 and some of it was Monopoly money, right? So she already nervous, but she trying to crack a little bit of a smile, you know what I'm saying? But she also, Melania got a lot of work done, so you know what I'm saying? She know the camera. She don't need that camera too close to her. She ain't have on one of her hats either. She don't need that camera too close to her. But that cameraman or woman, whoever is behind that camera, going zoom right in. When he said, can you believe it? Right when he said, she's a movie star. Can you believe it? Because that's his little saying that he say after everything. We did this. Can you believe it? It's like, we don't believe nothing you say. You got to stop asking us. You got to stop prompting us because we know you're a liar. That's maybe he know he a liar. That's why he be like, can you believe it? No, can you believe it? We know it's not true. Can you believe it? He said she's a movie star. Can you believe it? The cameraman zoomed in perfectly. All you saw was Melania's gulp. All you saw was her gulp. Like, now, why is he bringing attention? He know we failed at this. Why is he bringing me into this? I said I was going to be here and I was going to smile and I was going to hand this little old man next to me his, Medal of Honor, Presidential Medal of Honor. But that's all I'm supposed to do. I told him not to bring up the movie. I didn't want to make the movie. I just needed the money, and this was the only way he was going to give me the money because he stopped giving me allowance. And I done told Barron, I know Barron is enrolled in NYU, but he ain't been to one class yet. And so I needed the money, and they forced me to do the movie, and I did it, and now he bringing it up here, and I asked him not to. And you saw that gulp of embarrassment. You just see it like it's a cartoon. It looked like AI. I said, look at that cameraman working. He probably he ain't gonna have a job after tonight. When they watch that playback, he ain't gonna have a job after tonight. All right. What we talking about today? Was there anything else? One more thing in the State of the Union. And again, I did not finish it. Even when he called out the little trans girl, I was like, this is so confusing. Like, it seems like you're trying to celebrate her, but you just insulted her right after the celebration. Did y'all see that? It's like the trans girl sitting there, and he's like, we got a trans girl. And he called her out for being trans, but then when you realize what he's saying, it ain't got nothing to do with her being trans. He was basically saying that congratulations to her, she's enrolled in a college. What do her being trans got to do with it? He gonna say, can you believe it? She went missing, and they couldn't find her. She ran away from home. She was a runaway, I guess. She ran away from home, and the cops went. Her parents called the cops, and the cops couldn't find her for weeks. Can you believe it? Couldn't find her for weeks because they thought they were looking for a boy. Can you believe it? What's happening here? What is happening here? But you know what? As much as I was looking to watch some scripted television, you can't even write things. You can't even write this. This is just ridiculous. Anyway, today on the show, we're going to talk about a few things. What everybody been talking about, we are going to talk about. Let's just call it racism. We're going to talk about racism. And I'm going to sing, they print my message on a Saturday sun. I had to tell them I ain't second to none. And I told you about equality. And it's true, you either wrong or you're right. But if you're thinking about my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. I watched the Tyra Banks documentary. That ain't nothing to talk about. Tyra crazy. She been crazy. Beautiful, but crazy. But also, we have to stop getting plastic surgery on ourselves, especially black women. Black women, we don't need it. We do not need it. I know a couple of us are looking okay with it, but something about the medical world, I don't think it has we don't need it. Just let yourself age gracefully, eat good, drink water, put on sunscreen, get facials. We don't need all of those fillers and things like that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, we do not need it. We are not looking better. It is making us look older. Stop it. Tyra Banks, your face card is phenomenal. Your soul and your spirit is in the dumpster. Your personality on -0. But your face, don't matter if your wig is in the back or on your eyebrows. Your face is from the gods. Don't be doing nothing to it. You guys, don't be doing nothing to it. Anything that you need fixed on camera, a makeup artist will do you just fine. A makeup artist and a nice little, you know what I'm saying, and a good camera. And some lighting. Don't be doing what these other people be doing to their face. You do not need it. Now I'm looking at my face like, no makeup, nothing, out all day, got on camera, grown, an adult, senior citizen. We don't need that stuff. Just show up. Also, too, and this is what probably was hurting you, Tyra. If I could speak to you, that's what my Substack is going to be. I'm doing a Substack, you guys, and I'm launching in March, and it's going to be open letters. Tyra Banks, you beautiful, but your spirit is ugly. Until you get that spirit right, it don't matter where you live and what you plump in your face. You got to fix your spirit. I watched that documentary. I'm going to be honest with you. The way they was dragging it online, I thought it was much worse. Then when I watched it, I was like, I mean, this is what it was. But the worst part was it. Oh, my neighbors have a baby and the baby's crying. Remember when they first moved in? How long they lived here? Because when they first moved in, she wasn't even, she was still pregnant. Now the baby got words. The baby got words. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, it's your spirit, Tyra. It's your spirit. I know Naomi Campbell was watching that like, see, that's why I never liked that hoe. That's why I ain't apologize to that hoe. That's why every time that hoe be looking at me talking about you ain't never liked me, I be like, you're damn right, and I still don't like you. Before we get into any of that, thank you everybody that came to my shows in Indianapolis and Chicago. Really like a perfect weekend. I was afraid it was going to be so hard because it's Ramadan. So it was my first day, the first day of fasting. For me, it was the first day of fasting last Thursday. And it was a travel day for me. And it's like, not only was I traveling, but I also had to do shows. And the next day I had to drive to Chicago from Indianapolis. And then I did 2 shows Friday, 3 shows Saturday. And then I did 1 show Sunday. I thought it was going to be, I mean, don't get me wrong. Friday, I was out of it. But, I mean, could not have asked for a better audience at every single show. Could not have asked for you guys. Every single person that came out to my Chicago shows and my Indianapolis shows, you were literal perfection. Thank you. You were literal perfection. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have a little bit of a break that I so needed. And obviously it was on purpose. It was strategic because it's like, I really don't need to be running around like that for Ramadan. Although I do have to get on a flight this weekend. I don't have to do any shows, but I do have to do some production work for my special. Anyway, so I have to fly to DC for a day. But inshallah it'll be wonderful. But I have a little bit of a break, and then when I get back out on the road, you guys will be able to see me in Melbourne. Anybody listening in Melbourne, Australia? Are you listening in Melbourne, Australia? That is where I will be next. March 26th through April 5th, I will be in Melbourne, Australia as part of the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. I am doing my 1-hour show for 10 nights in a row. So make sure you guys get those tickets. That is the Melbourne International Comedy Festival in Melbourne, Australia. Please, 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 if you are in Australia, please get those tickets and come see my show. I always have the most amazing time. The best veggie fried rice that I have ever had in my life is in Melbourne, Australia. I cannot wait to go have that. Oh, in this amazing plant-based restaurant, Smith and Daughter. Is that what it's called? Oh, amazing. I love Melbourne. I love Melbourne. I look forward to coming back. So make sure you guys get those tickets. And then everybody be like, when you doing a show in LA? When you doing a show in LA? May 4th. I am doing my 1-hour show. I'm headlining a show as part of the Netflix is a Joke Comedy Festival. My show is on May 4th, and those tickets go on sale Friday. It's not a huge room, so if you're in LA, get those tickets before they sell out. That is May 4th. Those tickets go on sale on Friday. That is this Friday. So that's May 4th, Los Angeles, California, as part of the Netflix is a Joke Comedy Festival. Then May 8th through the 10th, I will be in Pleasanton at Tommy T's, Pleasanton, California, which is Northern California. I've never been there before. But y'all know I got to get the reps in before I tape. I got to run it. I got to run it before I tape. And so May 8th through the 10th, I will be in Pleasanton, California at Tommy T's. May 15th and 16th, I will be in Springfield, Massachusetts. Springfield, that sounds like where the Simpsons is at, right? I will be in Springfield, Massachusetts, May 15th through the 16th. I don't know the name of the venue, but it will be on my website. And so you guys can get those tickets. And of course, May 30th, I will be in Atlanta. So there's 2 shows on May 30th in Atlanta. There's an early show and a late show. The early show already has a low ticket warning. We only in February. That's at the end of May. Okay. Don't miss out, Atlanta. It's 2 shows. Get those tickets. The early show already has a low ticket warning. And then June 6th, I will be in Washington, D.C. at the Howard Theater. Those tickets are officially on sale. I want to apologize to everybody for any confusion with the dates. Live Nation did a pre-sale and then a member sale and then an artist sale, whatever. Now they are on sale to everybody. They are on sale. The tickets for my June 6th taping at Howard Theater is on sale for everybody, the general public. I believe the early show, the premiere seating is already sold out. So if you in D.C. and you get them tickets, okay? June 11th, I will be in St. Louis, Missouri. That is June 11th. I will be, I believe, at the Helium in St. Louis, Missouri. And then June 26th and 28th, June 26th through the 28th, I will be in Tempe, Arizona at the Improv. That is June 26th through the 28th. And that is the first half of 2026. And then, when we get closer to the end of June, I will let you guys know what the second half of my touring looks like, okay, for 2026. But get those tickets. Just scroll down to the details of this podcast and click on the link. All righty. Okay, 1. I performed at a show at a members club. Not like Soho House, but it's kind of like the new Soho House. I don't know if they have any locations. I'm not going to say the club, but I don't know if they have any locations in any other cities, but there's 2 locations now in Los Angeles. And I did a comedy show there. Someone asked me to do a comedy show there, and it was supposed to be themed. It was all Black performers. It was supposed to be for Black History Month, and then there was supposed to be a panel discussion. So after we did our set, there was a panel discussion, I guess to discuss, I don't know. I guess something about Black History Month. I had another spot. I had to go to the Comedy Store and do another show, and so I did not stay for the panel. I couldn't be a part of the panel. But let me tell you guys, segregation is alive and well. It's alive and well. And this club, I don't know, the room has like 150 people, 150 white. All of us, the performers, are Black. 150 white people. Let's say if the room sits 150, is 147 white people and 3 Persians. Take that how you want it. And the host goes on stage. I don't want to take too much time for this because I'm already this is already longer than I wanted it to be, right? But the host, who I'm sure is probably a nice guy, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually don't really like doing shows anymore with people who are really not like stand-up comedians. In LA, and I always try to give grace because I started my stand-up career in Los Angeles. Although people don't really be believing that because I'm from New York and I'm so very good, they be like, there's no way she started here. But I am. So I try to give everybody else grace, right? In Los Angeles, a lot of people believe, and this is no shade to the people that I was performing with. A lot of people believe because they are comedy writers, because they are comedy producers, because they get up on stage once every 4 to 6 weeks, that they are in fact stand-up comedians. Let me tell you something. There's an art to stand-up comedy. There's an art to hosting a show. There's an art to being a middle act. There's an art to being a headliner. There's an art to it. In the same way that there's an art to being a background singer. You might have the most strongest and the most beautiful voice in the world. But there's also an art to being a lead act. To being a person that everybody is paying tickets to come see. So the boy who's hosting. Now, I imagine that on this particular show, I was probably supposed to go last. I was probably supposed to close out the show. But because I really didn't really look at my schedule like that, I had just flew back from Chicago. I was doing this show, and then I was like, oh, shoot, I just looked on my calendar and was like, oh, shoot, I got a spot at the Comedy Store, too. And because in L.A., it ain't like New York. It take a long time to get from one venue to the other. I'm all the way in Santa Monica doing this Black History Month show in front of these 147 white people and these 3 Persians, which don't have to be a problem, but we'll get to it. I was probably supposed to go last, but they had to rearrange it because I had to leave, right? And don't matter what your ethnic makeup is, your socioeconomic status, your religion, your height, the show's going to start late, especially if it's not at a comedy venue, and especially if you don't run shows often. People don't understand this. It's going, especially at a private members club. You want to know why? Because people going to get there when they want to get there. You want to know why? Because they don't got no respect for what's happening. You want to know why? Because they believe that the sun rises and sets on their existence. So the host, right? The host says, what can I say about you? And I say, I always tell people this, you ain't really got to say nothing about me. I just ask that you pronounce my name right. My name is Zainab Johnson. Pronounce Zainab Johnson, right? So the host says, nice guy. Again, this is not me trying to villainize the host, right? But the host says, can I say, is there anything that you want me to say about you? I've said, yeah, just pronounce my name right. My name is Zainab Johnson. And I say, you can just say that I'm on a series on Amazon called Upload. You can say that, right? And because sometimes I won't tell people to say hijabs off if I don't really have faith in them saying. A lot of times when people say, you have a special, right? And I say, yeah, you can say hijabs off. Sometimes I say, do you know what a hijab is? Because I think they think it's a word I made up. But if I could contextualize it for them, like, I'm talking about the garb that Muslim women wear. You know what I'm saying? Then it gets it in their mind like, oh, I am familiar with that. I don't have to focus on trying to say a title of her special. I could just think of a word that actually is very much in our lexicon. Anywho. So I say, you can just say upload on Amazon. I said and then I said to help him remember, I said, the opposite of download. He said, actually, the opposite of download is delete. I said, okay, but did any of this help you remember the name of the show? He said, yeah, I got it. You guys, he went up on stage. He went up in that room. Did not warm the crowd up. I don't care how much a comedian got to go. I don't care how fast. I don't care. I'm going to take 5 minutes and I'm going to crack this crowd open for you so that you're not going up there we already not in a comedy setting. We already in front of people who I for sure know do not watch comedy, the majority of them. I know it. I found out and let me just tell you. Remember how I told y'all a couple of episodes ago, only way to beat a mean girl, you got to be a mean girl. Let me tell y'all who you don't want. You never want me to show up as a mean girl. You always want me to show up as very reasonable, sweet Zainab Johnson. Because the way, okay. So he don't warm them up. He say 2 things. I don't even know what he say, but he say 2 things. And when I say 2 things, you guys, I literally mean 2 things. I don't mean he did 2 bits. I don't mean he did 2 jokes. I mean, he said 2 things. I was surprised when I realized he was bringing me up because I'm like, wait, he about to bring me up? And then when he brought me up, not only did he say my name incorrectly, but he also said uploaded. So see, that's why I say there's an art to being a host, because a host, their only goal would have been like, I'm going to warm this crowd up and I'm going to make sure that I get the introduction to every act I'm bringing up. I'm going to make sure it is my job. It is my sole responsibility to get that right tonight. especially since we in front of 147 white people and 3 Persians, and all of us are black performers. So, as soon as I get up there, I just got to correct it. My name is Zainab Johnson, pronounced Zainab Johnson. I don't know why I did that. Forgive me, you guys. I must be comfortable with y'all. Then I get into my set. I look at this lady because they up on me. This is a very intimate show, you guys. So I look at this lady. I ask her a question. She just looking straight at me and she don't say nothing. I said, I'm talking to you. She said, I said, yeah, you, this is not a TV. I can see you. You can see me when I ask you a question. I'm looking for an answer. You. With the cute outfit, because I could tell she thought she looked cute. With the cute outfit. I know you here for the look. You here for the look. And what you don't know about me, this is what sucks with me being in that sort of environment. One, I know most of y'all ain't got money like that. Two, if you here for a look, I don't really find most of y'all attractive. I know that even as a comedian, I'm still the most beautiful person in the room. And I say that humbly, you guys. This is what I know when I'm in settings like this. I be playing it cool. I'm playing it cool. I'm playing it humble. Relaxed and reserved. But the moment you want to, oh, you want the nigga? The nigga's here now. That's how I started off my set. I walked in the room. I said, my name is actually Zainab Johnson. And before we get started, does anyone here have Tourette's? That got a big laugh. I just want to know what I'm working with. Does anyone here have Tourette's? That's me as a comedian using exactly what's happening in the world in real time. That's what. Now, let's get back to the lady. So I said, yeah, I'm talking to you with the cute outfit. And she said, I said, so are you having these conversations? And she was like, yes. I said, no, you're not. Shut up. Because I could tell you don't even speak English low key. But still, here's what happens, you guys. With me, it's sort of involuntary. Maybe I do have Tourette's. And I'm not at all trying to make fun of Tourette's. We're going to get to that. I'm not trying to diminish, rather, people who do have Tourette's. But the way I don't, the way I'm not impressed with, like, the way I love good people. I love good people. I don't care what you look like, what you got, where you come from, what your faith is. I don't care. The way I love good people. But the way I'm unimpressed by the Eurocentric aesthetic, the way I just try to be the best audience for me that you could be, because the way I don't like your outfit, the way I dress better than you, look better than you, low key probably got more money than you too. Don't play with me. Don't. When I tell y'all I had to get that audience together, the Persian man in the front was like, "We love you. We love you." I said, "Yeah, okay, sir." Then I had asked something, and this other girl, she didn't respond. And her friend was like, her. And I said, damn, she done told on you, because I done yelled at everybody. So now, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, the host should have got y'all together before I got up here. But also, this is what I always have to say in those types of environments. Number one, we come out here, it's like the audience thinks that they have the power. The audience thinks that they have the power. A lot of comedians, we want the audience. We want y'all to have a good time. We want y'all to like us. But the way I had to tell them, I know you think you get to decide if you like me. I don't even like you. And I know my jokes are funny. And I know I look better than you. And I know this performative Black History Month shit. Matter of fact, just run me my money so I can get up out of here. I got another spot. I don't know what the panel was. I had another comedian. I don't want to throw no shade because this girl, I know this girl, I'm friends with this girl, but it's like, I don't even know if I could call her a comedian. It don't matter, whatever. Segregation alive and well, though. Alive and well, you guys. And really here, a lot of the segregation is socioeconomic, but it still has color associated with it. You get what I'm saying? Because, like I said, this is a private club. This is a members-only club. Although I know... Whatever. I got to get off this. A Reason sent me a DM and asked me to talk about Captain Durag. Have you guys heard about this? So there is a new show on Disney Junior. It's called Hey AJ. And there's a superhero on this show. The father plays a superhero character called Captain Durag. And he don't really got no superpowers, but he do got a long durag. And that services as his cape. I don't know. Before I talk about things, it's like I'm never going to know about a Disney Junior show. You get what I'm saying? I'm never going to know about a Disney Junior show because I don't have kids and I'm not a child, right? And so I'm never going to know. So somebody had to tell me about it, right? So in order for, and basically this character online, a lot of people were bothered. A lot of people felt like that it was like why does our superhero have to be based in a stereotype, right? So I go to watch one episode, right? I'm going to be very honest with you. It is a really cute show. It's a really cute show. The lead character, the titular character is AJ. She a little Black girl. I don't know. Her father maybe was like a professional athlete or something like that. The mama light skin with curly hair, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Black people, we unfortunately still do the same shit that we complain about white people doing to us, especially in media spaces. But that's, you know what I'm saying? It's called post-traumatic slave syndrome. It is what it is. It's going to take, the little girl is a Black little girl. She got a friend. It's a little chubby white, redhead white girl. I don't even know if they ever give the friend a name on the show. But whatever. And then she got a little stuffed animal or something like that. Or a pet or something. It's another sidekick, the little girl. And basically the little girl goes on adventures and they got real good songs. The first episode, I only watched one episode. The episode that I watched, the white girl had on a jacket. And as soon as she walked in, the father was like, oh, that jacket is fire. So even in this show, you could tell that the creators were really adamant and intentional about trying to not sort of whitewash or at least share sort of like culturally specific colloquial terms and things like that, right? It's still a Disney Junior show. It's not going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the little white girl got on the jacket or the sweater, and the father's like, yo, that jacket is fire, right? And the little white girl is like, the fire mean by she trying to, so they giving you the definition of, because, every kid's show is kind of like they be teaching kids on the low, right? And so the father is like, that look just like a jacket you got. And the girl is like, oh yeah, the little Black girl, AJ. She like, oh yeah, that do look like a jacket I got. And so she's like, oh, I want to wear the jacket like you wearing the jacket, blah, 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 right? And so the little girl go to the closet so she could be twins with her friend, right? And even when he say, yeah, y'all gonna look like twins, basically I think because the Black girl is, the little girl, AJ, is Black, in a white girl, it's like even that they're trying to establish something, which is like, yeah, we not even really focusing on the fact that we have two different cultural identities, right? Which is like, it's fine. So the little girl goes in her closet and the jacket ain't there, right? Now this is where my mind go. I said, don't tell me they made the white best friend a thief. The little girl like, my jacket look just like that jacket, but my jacket has it stitched inside. It says my name, AJ. So she go right in the thing, and the white girl got on the jacket, and then when they open the jacket, the stitching with AJ inside. I said, they done made the little white girl a thief. They done made the little white girl a thief on the show, right? That wasn't actually the case. So basically the mom took some of the daughter's clothes, some of AJ's clothes to like the secondhand store, the thrift store, right? And the little white girl, she got it. And basically the lesson is like when there's things you're not using, you get what I'm saying? You can take them places and other people can use them and get joy from them. That's what the lesson was in that particular part of the episode. Then the next part of the episode was about stage fright. It was like the mom's birthday or something like that. And the daughter, AJ, she was performing this really, really cute happy birthday song about how she loved her mother so much. But she was performing it like a pop star in front of all her stuffed animals. But then anytime there was like a real audience person, she was getting stage fright. And so the father had to help her sort of get past her stage fright so she could do this amazing performance for her mom's birthday at the birthday party. That was the episode. That entire episode did not involve Captain Durag. And I could not watch another episode because, again, I am not 4 years old. I could not watch another episode. And so I just had to go and see what people were saying online, right? I found an article on USA Today. Disney's Captain Durag superhero sparks backlash. The creator responds. So the creator of Captain Durag, which is a superhero seen on a Disney's latest animated children's show, is pushing back after social media users called out the network. So social media users called out the network for basing the character on stereotypes. The show Hey AJ premiered this past January and follows a girl, as I said, AJ, as she goes on adventures with her best friend and her toy bunny. Oh, it was a toy bunny, Theo. You see, even in this, they named the toy bunny. They don't get this little redhead white girl a name. I don't know why that is. Anyway, so basically, it got backlash, right? Calling it a stereotype. And the creator, whose name is Camille Corbett, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Camille Corbett or Camille Corbet, said that she created the character Durag Man, now known as Captain Durag, on the Disney show Hey AJ. And she said, in a post on X, I'm just finding out that people are finding it problematic. I just wanted the culture to have a superhero of its own, right? Now, I actually don't have a problem with it. I don't have, so she's the writer and creator, and then whoever she partnered with, NFL player Martellus Bennett, he also did this show. He's one of the other creators of this show, or his book rather inspired the show. He said that he called it selective outrage, and he said that as a child, his durag was his first superhero cape. And they were just trying to, he said that when he tied it up in a tail and started flapping it behind him as he ran through the house, nobody could stop him. That was his armor. That was his power source. That was his transformation sequence. And so he's basically bringing his experiences to life by way of this Disney Junior animation. I don't have a problem with it. And the reason why I didn't have a problem with it is I think it goes into a lot of, I don't think it's selective outrage. I think it is maybe deprived outrage, or it's when you're lacking, right? It's like if we had so many different, if we had 20 different child animation shows that were big hits, that were all around the world, then we would have diverse Black characters. Then you can have a superhero that has, a superhero that has X-ray vision. Then you can have Durag Man. Then you can have press on nail girl. Then you can have everybody. You can have blank man. You can have everybody, because we have so many things. But whenever you only have one, when you have limited sources for representation, then you hyper focus on them. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so our kids only get, okay, so our kids got one superhero in the Marvel universe, Black Panther, and then y'all killed him off because of an unfortunate death having to do with the actor's real life, right? No, you're obviously respectfully to Chadwick Boseman, right? But that is the conversation. And then we get one other show. You know what I'm saying? Our kids get one show with a girly, and then we get a superhero character on that show, and he really ain't got no superheroes. He just got a long durag, right? It's only because we don't have that much. And so we get attention. The amount of stuff that we don't never talk about this bad, that are creations of, that come from white creators, based on white characters telling white stories, because there's so much of that, we see so much of it, good and bad. We don't even, there's just too much of it. But with us, whenever there's just one, we're going to be hypercritical of it. I just don't think that there's anything wrong with, you know what I'm saying? And I also think that there is like a double standard. When we see Tiana Taylor on a red carpet with a do-rag and her baby hair's laid and her makeup beat for the gods, we be like, look at her. Look, Harlem girl, a rose. Look at her just repping for us one time. Like, we celebrate it. So now that it's in a Disney cartoon, why is it a problem? I personally only think that it feels problematic because we know the people who greenlight these projects are not from our community. And so you have to wonder how many people walked in there with other superhero adaptations that maybe weren't built, that maybe weren't seemingly stereotypical, that you passed on. Why did you green light this? Why was this okay? It's because we know that we don't have that we're not, that not enough of our stories are being told. And the people at the very top green lighting the stories don't look like us and have, and the truth is, and what this whole episode is about, we never trust their motives. We never trust their motives in terms of our narrative. We never trust it. That is just the truth. Now, I did look up the creator. I was hesitant to speak on this because I don't want to talk about this Black woman. She's Jamaican. Apparently, she teaches maybe a writing class at UCLA. She calls herself a comedian. Now, that sounds shady already. Matter of fact, I'm going to just post the video. You decide.
The couple left that I wanted to roast. No! How are y'all doing? Yes! What's up? Yeah, I'm gonna try some jokes with y'all. If you're not funny, then they're not funny. That's just the vibe. Who dates Black people in here? Yes, I love dating Black men. You know, it's like my favorite. But dating Black men is hard because all the hottest ones are all in jail. It's fucked up. It's like white people don't understand. It's like, you're a white girl. Who's your crush? Justin Bieber? Kieran Culkin? Like, who do white people find hot?
Some rando named Paul.
Paul, what? Girl. Nah, she's like Donald Trump Jr. Like, he's hot. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's like, imagine Justin Bieber, he's in jail. Black Justin Bieber is in jail right now. And he should be fucking me. God. All we have left is crackhead Chris Brown. It's not the same. Yeah. I've dated a lot of white dudes. Because I like to get into the mind of a killer. When it makes y'all tick. Yeah. I date white, Black, whatever. Whatever will suffer. You know? Yeah, I hate men, but I will let them nut in me. I'm not above that.
Once I saw that video, I almost thought maybe I should not talk about this because I saw that video. And that sort of changes things for me. That sort of makes me feel like I don't know if I could trust. What's next? It's one of them episodes, you guys. Sorry. What's next and what's last? The BBC. The BBC, the BAFTAs, the BBC, the BAFTAs. So you can edit out Free Palestine, but you can't edit out nigga bitch? Okay. All right. Okay. As you guys know, this past weekend, the British Academy Film Awards took place, and there was an incident that overshadowed the entire award ceremony. Basically, when Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo at the top of the show were presenting something, I believe, for an Avatar film. A person, what's his name? Someone named John Davidson, I think. He who has Tourette's, has been diagnosed with Tourette's, is known to have Tourette's. A movie that actually won a BAFTA, or an actor, I think the movie won, whatever. A movie was made about him specifically. And that's the reason why he was actually at the ceremony. Anyway, while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, they're representing the movie Sinners, were present, and just being, obviously A-list actors, while they were presenting, endured the tics, endured this person with Tourette's tics, and those specific tics towards them were the N-word, and the B-word. And like so many people, I'm sure you guys have seen it. I don't have to go over it, but so many people are talking about it. And basically, Tourette's is involuntary tics, whatever. I saw the perfect video. Here it is.
I'm not even going to keep you for too long. I just want to ask one thing. What if the vocal tic had been Free Palestine? Explain that to me. If the vocal tic that had taken place at the BAFTAs had been Free Palestine, would that have been edited out? So if that, because we know that it was edited out, Free Palestine, when Akinola Davis Jr., my G, said it during his speech, that was edited out by the BBC because the ceremony took place and wasn't aired until 2 hours later. But then for some reason, the N-word being hurled at Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, that was left in. A disability is a disability. My thing is, there was a lack of safeguarding from the organisers, from the BBC who were broadcasting it, and from BAFTA as a whole. There is an issue here, and the way that I would say white institutions decide and prioritise what is harm and what isn't. Whether it was intentional or not for the word to be said, it doesn't change the impact that it has on those who it was said to, directed at, and those who had to hear it. Racism, one of the mechanics of it is humiliation. I can't speak for the two men who experienced that, but I would argue that it's humiliating. And then essentially people are doing all of this mental gymnastics to be like, well, nothing we can do. These things just happen. They're involuntary. Whilst I understand that, that does not diminish the impact of who, those who are experiencing it. And this is just a microcosm of what Black people generally face in society anyway. And I would like for the American Black History Month that we're currently in, some of you need to stop explaining to Black people how they get to feel about things that are only directed towards them in that moment. So I ask again, explain it to me like I'm 5. If the vocal tic had been Free Palestine, what would the BBC, what would BAFTA have done then? All right.
Racism is when a harm is done who is protected. That's really what we have to ask ourselves in terms of racism. You know what I'm saying? People focusing on the Tourette's. People focusing on the Tourette's. And you could argue, oh, it was involuntary. You can argue, you know what I'm saying? Well, even still, certain terms are still learned. Like you ain't about to be yelling out nigga, bitch, fuck. You only can yell out words that you've learned. And why you wasn't yelling out nigga, bitch when other people was on stage? So that means even in your tick, you still identify some people. It's like your tick, it ain't specific, but it's very specific. You know what I'm saying? But again, no need to focus on the tick. Every person with and without Tourette syndrome got online and gave us a dissertation on Tourette syndrome. Okay? Let's not focus on that. No. Let's focus on the racism. The racism is what BBC did, is what the BAFTAs did, which is after having a 2-hour delay, decided to keep that in. He yelled out a bunch of things, apparently, from all the people who have made videos. Hey, I was actually in a room. I was actually there. He yelled out a bunch of things. Nothing as inflammatory as that. That was the worst. But he did yell at he did have other ticks. But okay. It was a 2-hour delay. British Broadcasting Corporation decided to edit out every other single tick except that one. Decided to edit out, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, Akinolo Davies Jr., decided to edit out his speech when he said when he called for a free Palestine. Decided to edit out that part, but left in nigga bitch. Let me tell you, that lady's video, I didn't need nothing else. The way that algorithm sent that video to me, I don't need to repeat it. Exactly what she said. It's the only video that matters. What if the tick was free Palestine? Would you have edited it out? Would it be, hey, everybody, sorry if you were offended? What the fuck type of apology is that? Let me tell you, I don't watch Traders anyway, but when I saw Alan Cummings read from the teleprompter, Tourette syndrome is up there. And if you happen to be offended, if you heard some ticks, we apologize if you happen to be offended. What the fuck are y'all talking about? If you happen to be offended. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, everybody know if you are a handler of a person with special needs, you know, if you've been around them at all, you know what they're going to do in a moment. You know what's going to heighten their sensitivities. And it is your job. To create those boundaries, to protect them and to protect the public from them. I don't care how that sounds. If I gotta remember that movie, Something About Mary, and she had the special needs brother, and he used to always be like, Franken beans. But depending on if you did something wrong, he beat your ass. Mary used to be like, stop, no, you can't. She used to stop him. She ain't just let him beat people up. I've been talking about on stage, recently I've added a bit to my material about my special needs, my oldest sister who has special needs, my eldest sister who has special needs. And let me just tell you, my sister can sometimes violate personal space. She can get very close. You know, when we bring over friends and maybe like love interests or something like that, my sister can get very close. You know, like she's unaware of the personal space. She's unaware that she is making somebody else uncomfortable. And because the person our guest ain't going to say something, we have to. It is our job to make sure that my sister understands the boundaries and that the guest is comfortable. That's our job, you know? So anyway, I remember when, because I ain't even gonna beat this on a long. I'm sure people done talked about this, beat it, you know. Everybody done talked about this. I don't need to talk about it. In my mind, my mind is blown. First of all, just in the same way that Donald Trump sued the BBC, Donald Trump sued the BBC because they edited something that was not false, that made the story false. Like they edited something, they took something out of context, sped it up or slowed it down, did something. Donald Trump won. I believe Donald Trump won. They had to come out and say like, yeah, because BBC's supposed to be like good journalism and all of that type of stuff. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo, sue they asses. Sue they asses. This is racism 101 for everybody to be worried about the Tourette. No. An apology. There still has not been a legit apology to them. And what sucks about this whole, what sucks, like they're, because of course, nobody was going to talk about the BAFTAs. This is the first time we talk about the BAFTAs. I'm sure they be talking about it across the pond, but wasn't nobody over here about to talk about the BAFTAs. And contrary to what anybody say, everybody want us to be talking about everything. As much as people hate Americans, as much as it's like, Americans. People sure want us to acknowledge them and value them. What it did was it overshadowed some really beautiful speeches. Wunmi Mosaku, she won for Best Supporting Actress. I believe that it was her first BAFTA win. And she gave a beautiful speech, actually. And funny enough, or interestingly enough, as much as I believe her, I'm sure her speech was pre-written, eloquently delivered. I actually met her the other day. I was at ABFF Honors and I was sitting down and I was waiting. It was before we kind of went to our tables, like our assigned tables and things like that. And because at ABF Honors, Sinners was honored. Angela Bassett was honored. Who else was honored? Sinners, Angela Bassett. What's the boy from the Snowfall show? Damson Idris was honored. Who else? Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm forgetting people. Anywho, so the cast of Sinners was there. Michael B. Delroy Lindo was not, but Michael B. Jordan and Wunmi was there. And so I was sitting down, and she's pregnant. Wunmi is pregnant, and I was sitting down. I was actually holding the seat for my friend Tabitha, and she kind of comes over, and of course it's like she a pregnant woman. I would even if it was only me sitting, if it was only one seat, I was going to get up. You know what I'm saying? And so she's sitting down, and her team is like all around her, and she has like a very sweet energy. And I don't know. I think I said it. I think I have done it like kind of like, fawned over her on this podcast. Like she is so beautiful to me. She is so like takes my breath away beautiful. Like I believe that when I probably talked about Sinners, I was probably like guys, right? Anywho, so when she sits down, I can't remember, maybe she had complimented my dress or something. I think that's what it was. She complimented like my dress or something like that. And I was like, you should know that I have, first I introduced myself, and then I was like, you should know that I have so many posts with your face saved in my Instagram. I said, because I just think that you are so beautiful. Like I was like, I hope this does not come off weird. I think that you take my breath away. Every single time because her hairstylist has also done my hair for like for like red carpets and things like that. I was like, oh, Roxy does your hair, right? She's like part of your glam team. And she was like, yeah. I said, every time she posts, I'm telling you, I have it all I just save them. I don't know if I'm trying to save them to get the hairstyle. I don't know if I'm trying to save them because I just like what you look like so much. I said, but I just want to tell you, you're a phenomenal actress, sure. You know what I'm saying? And I think I said it just like that. Like, I mean, you know, but you are beautiful. Anyway, then we chat. Then we start talking about her pregnancy, and we talk about my mom having 13 kids. We talk about a bunch of stuff, you know. We just sitting there like chatting, right? And then the next morning, so when I got home the next morning, I opened up my Instagram. I have a message from her. And that just made my day. Anyway, her speech was so beautiful. And this Tourette's moment overshadowed it. And it didn't need to. It didn't need to because Ryan Coogler won for the first, I think he was like first African-American person to win best screenplay or something like that at the BAFTA. You know what I'm saying? And not that, like, they are great regardless of these awards, but all of that got overshadowed by fucking, you know what I'm saying, a special needs person yelling out nigga bitch, which is great. And then being so arrogant to release a statement and say, thank y'all for accommodating me. And never a true apology from him, from the BAFTAs, from BBC. It's like, it's despicable. But and then, of course, now I'm just talking in circles. Then the insult to injury to edit out, to strategically edit out. I mean, they look so bad. It's like, this is how y'all want us to know y'all? We ain't been watching y'all since forever. And this is what y'all want us to know? This is how you want your introduction? That's why I love that content creators video. I love it. If the tick was Free Palestine, then what? Would you have left it in? Would you so have conveniently left it in? Also, why ain't your tick Free Palestine? Why the tick gotta be nigga bitch? Why ain't your tick feed the homeless? Free Palestine. Peace around the world. All the skinny white women that went up there, why wasn't you yelling anorexic, skinny bitch, no food, Michael Jackson? Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, not surprisingly, and as always, handled that moment with dignity and grace. I have to speak specifically to like white people who maybe watch this show, white people who call themselves like allies, white people who would really, really emphatically say like, I'm not racist. I think I too spoke up. I think that that's wrong. I think that if you don't believe in white supremacy, and I'm not talking to Americans, I'm talking to everybody around the world. If you do not believe in white supremacy, and you do not if you don't believe in and you do not want to buy in, be a part of, benefit from white supremacy and or white harm, you need to do something. Every time something like this happens, racism is not going to stop just because the group of oppressed people continue to fight. It will stop when the people who are most serviced by the oppression, the people who get to eat off of it, when you guys stand up and put a stop to it. When you say, I don't give a fuck that you have Tourette's, that was not okay. You got Tourette's, and that's fine. And we make accommodations for you. And you should not be villainized because you got Tourette. But this was not okay. And we should have done more to protect Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo and anybody else in that room that needed protection. Because it wasn't the Tourette's guy that needed protection. It's not him that needs protection. Just like she said in that video, it's humiliating. I gotta go because it's getting late. But I'm gonna show y'all this video that my friend sent me. Speaking of dignity and grace, I'm gonna show you the exact opposite. So y'all see what's happening in Mexico, right? A cartel leader was killed, captured, and died during the capture, right? And so now there's a bunch of there's a lot of chaos happening in different parts of Puerto Vallarta, I don't know, different parts of Mexico, right? And watch this video.
And still things like this for these people. No, stop.
Got American right here, guys.
I'm Mexican, and you should be ashamed to live to doing all those things. I'm pretty sure if I do the same thing in your country, I will be in jail. So just you go and deliver those things back.
Got the nerve to be looting a convenience store. You a tourist. You a tourist. In some other people's country, you a tourist. And in the moment where there's fear and devastation and chaos in the country, you got the nerve. You probably come from a country where you're if you American, trying to lie and say, you see, he tried to lie. Savage, you guys, savage. If you American, European, Canadian, whatever, your dollar is stronger than the Mexican dollar. Your dollar is stronger than the peso by a long shot. And got the nerve to be looting. But that's why, to circle it all the way back to that members only club, and people sit there and think that they're high society. They think that they're high society. What they don't understand is when I'm looking at them, what I see is the DNA of people who somehow managed to be the villain and the victim all at the same time. Anyway, I gotta go, you guys. That's it for me this episode. Hit up the merch site. There's merch up there, you guys. There's merch up there. Hit up the merch site. My website, actually, Zainab Johnson, and you can get some merch. I added some merch because at the shows, you guys were like, do you have more sizes? I was selling out at the shows, y'all. And they was like, can you please put this on your website? Could you please put this on your website? And so I'm doing that. So check it out. Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in this episode of I'm Reasonable with Zainab Johnson. Please continue to be reasonable and continue to call out things that are unreasonable. All right. Bye.